This is gonna be hard. I hope I don't cry.
We've been here before at least a million times. Match the pace, is not a race without a finish line. Say you need the space, okay, I get.
Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome. Today, oh y'all, today I am going to just kind of explain to everyone where I've been. I know I'm not the most consistent poster YouTuber, but it's been a while since I posted. And life 2022 had started off with a bang. So, I don't even know where to start. But let's just get into this video, y'all. It sounded like it was a tornado coming. That's how loud it was.
Wow. A Monroe woman starting the new year with a nightmare. Good evening to you. I'm Jennifer Andrews. She's now rebuilding her life after a city water line ruptured and destroyed almost everything in her home. Tyler Englander joins us now. And Tyler, what happened?
Jennifer, Narda Williams and her 3-year-old daughter have lived in the Foster Heights apartment complex for nearly 3 years without a problem. That is, until yesterday. Narda Williams and her daughter Anastasia were sleeping when they woke up to what they thought was a loud storm.
I didn't see any other house with rain coming down. This is hard.
That's because it wasn't raining. The water was from a ruptured city water line that turned her apartment into a waterfall.
And the way the water was spraying, it was just coming out of the ground and hitting my house only.
Williams believes the problem was compounded by the Monroe Housing Authority's inability to fix her roof after last year's ice storm.
I had a bad leak in my ceiling, and they kind of just did the bare minimum to repair the roof.
The Monroe Housing Authority disputes that claim. Meanwhile, the city of Monroe says they'll investigate what happened.
The insurance agent goes out there and does an investigation and an inspection of the home. And so I can't sit here and tell you that she's going to be made whole, except to say that, the investigation will be ongoing.
The city says the investigation usually takes about 2 weeks. As for now, Williams is seeking help from the Red Cross.
We have no bed, we have no clothes, no, essentials for everyday living.
The Monroe Housing Authority says although they're not responsible and Williams didn't have renter's insurance, they have given her another unit in the complex. Jennifer?
So, as y'all just saw, that news clip, it was so crazy, y'all. It was so crazy. Me and Anastasia, we were taking a nap. It happened around 1 o'clock, and we were just taking a nap. And I remember the dream that I was having right before I woke up. There was some type of voodoo man, some type of black magic witchy type of man, and he was like, if you do this, you will be okay. It's something like, if you do this, things good will happen to you. And I'm just like, no, I ain't about to do that. I ain't into all of that. And the moment that I said no, that's when I was wakened by a big boom. This shit was so crazy when I think about it. And y'all, at first I just thought my ceiling was leaking, because I have history of my ceiling leaking when it rains too hard, or last year or the year before last when there was an ice storm and all the ice was melting off my roof and I had a leaking ceiling. So at first I'm just like, okay, now I gotta deal with a leaky ceiling. So I'm going around the house trying to get buckets or whatever I can to put on the floor to catch the water, because at first it was leaking in its usual place, which is in my bedroom, and then it started leaking in the hallway, and then it started leaking in the kitchen. And I'm like, hold on now, what the hold on. And so then I started seeing the water come down the wall. The electric panel in the kitchen, water was coming out of it. So then I started getting scared. So I'm like, what? Like, what is going on? And I still didn't have no clue that outside my house, there was a pipe burst outside my house and the water was just spraying on my house. Nobody else, just mine. Like, what type of karma? But I had no clue. I just knew that it was water coming on my house. I didn't know where it was coming from. I didn't know. So then I called my neighbor, my friend, my girl. I called her. I started crying. Like, what is going on? Like, I don't know what to do. And she was like, get Anastasia and get out the house. So I'm telling Stasia, like, put some pants on, put this jacket on. I'm like putting on some sweats over underneath my gown, my nightgown, put my hoodie on. So I'm trying to gather up all my stuff. The only thing that I had on my mind was my phone, my charger, my purse, and her tablet. You got a toddler, you know that tablet is a must. So I put all that stuff in my purse. My friend came and got Stasia out the house. And then I'm putting on my stuff, and that's when I walked out. That's how I saw what was going on. Like, at that point, before I walked out, I noticed that there was a crack in my hallway ceiling, and it was water coming out. So I knew. I didn't know, but it was like, I kind of knew, like, this is going to turn out bad. So when I walked out, that's when I seen all the water. It was like the pipe is on the ground, right? The water was swoosh. And the way it was swooshing up to the direction of my house. So it was just water everywhere. Like, I couldn't even go across the street without, it was just like a curtain of water just coming down. And so we go across the street. By that time, I think the fire department had came, and I'm like, I'm leaving out. They like, you ain't lock your door. Nigga, locking my door is the last thing on my mind right now. I'm trying to get the fuck on and be safe. Like, y'all worried about me locking my door? So I'm across the street in my friend's house, and I'm just like, not knowing what's going on. So I'm like kind of standing outside her house, just kind of watching everything. And, you know, it's people coming around taking pictures, because it was such a weird thing for the pipe to burst and the water just to be coming up to just hitting the house. Everybody was just taking videos, taking pictures, keying about it. And I'm just standing there just like, this is my house. Like, I don't know. At this point, I don't know what's going on inside. I'm just seeing the water hitting my house. So it took the city almost an hour to come and kind of like get everything together, like to actually turn the water off from spraying the house. Like, it took them almost an hour to come, and when they did, they turned it off. So when I walked in the door, water just whoosh, as y'all saw in the video, it was just coming out, because the water was like this high. Like, I kid y'all not, the water was high. It was higher in the back rooms, because what I have, it was just high. And when I opened that door and saw all that water just coming out, I just started crying. Like, I already knew. I didn't even need to look in the house. I already knew what happened. Like, I already knew that I had lost everything that I worked so hard for. And I just broke down. And my friend was like, I'm on the phone with my friend Tasha, and she was just like, just leave the door open so the water can go out. Can you go in and grab some things? And I'm just like, I didn't know what to do. My mind, at that point, my brain had stopped. I didn't know what to do first. I didn't know how to do it. At that point, I opened the door to let the water just come out. And still, there was water still coming down. And then at this point, this is where I saw where the ceiling and the roof had came down. It was down in the hallway in my living room. A couple of places in my living room. Real bad in the hallway. Real bad in my room. And I think if the water had kept going, it would have been real bad in my daughter's room. But the water was real. It was the highest in her room. So I'll put some pictures up and videos. This shit was crazy, man. Like, I just think back on it now, and it's just like, that shit was crazy. So, my neighbor, this little old lady, she's so cool, I love her. My neighbor was like, call the apartments, because I didn't know, like, I was stunned. She was like, call the apartments, tell a maintenance man to come down here to assess the damage, to see what gotta happen. So I called them, they came out. They basically just fished the water out the apartment, turned the electricity off and whatever, and it was just, that's it. So when they was there, I was able to talk to the apartment manager, and she was like, well, tomorrow, because it happened on a Sunday, she was like, well, tomorrow just come to your office and we'll just put you in another apartment. So, you know, I stayed at my friend's house, Victoria Grove, that came and got us up out of there. Because I was going to stay up in there. I was going to try to fight that water. And I'm so glad I didn't, because who knows what would have happened. Who knows who would have got hurt. Like, I just, girl. We lost everything. And I was able to salvage, like, the only thing that was, like, completely dry was the inside of my daughter's closet. And so inside her closet, that was hanging up. The shit on the floor was done for. Everything. And it was so crazy because I was doing laundry that day. I had plans on doing laundry that day, so I had all the clothes on the floor. So we have no clothes. She only had the clothes that was hanging up, and that was, like, you know, her church clothes, her nice clothes that she wear on, like, nice occasions and stuff like that. So I was able to get that. I was able to get my living room TV, because where I had the TV, it just didn't get damaged. And it was a lot of stuff that I could have got out the house, but nobody wanted to help me get the stuff out. And that was like, the first stage of this whole tragedy was me losing things. The second stage of me needing just the help to try to salvage anything I could get. Cause what? Y'all, I don't even want to get emotional, because that was the hardest part for me, asking for help. And nobody wanted to help. It seems like nobody wanted to help. Like, of course, my closest friends, they helped as much as they could. But, you know, people have their own lives, and I understand that. But that was the hardest part of this. Me asking for help, and nobody really wanted to help. Like, of course, I called Red Cross. You know, they cut me a little bitty check, enough for me to get, like, household essentials, you know, soap, toothpaste, a couple of dishes here and there, towels, you know, shit like that. Right now, I'm going back and forth with the city. The city is saying that it wasn't their fault. It was an accident, and it wasn't their fault. So that's bullshit. So I have to go. So people keep saying, like, you gotta get a lawyer. But if I get a lawyer, I'm gonna have to sue the city and the apartment complex. Now, if I sue the apartment complex, They gonna try everything in their power to get, I wouldn't be able to, you know what I'm saying? Like if I sue where I'm living, it's gonna be bad blood, and then it's gonna be the littlest things I do. Oh, you can get out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, y'all. It's been very stressful. But one thing I have noticed that the strangers, since it was on the news, there's been a lot of strangers, a lot of older women coming to my age, as you know, donations like this couch back here that was for my friend actually, but people have donated so many things just off the rip because it was on the news. But you know, it's been hard, y'all. It's really been hard. So I put, ever since the city really been dragging their feet and kind of just said it's not our fault, you should have renter's insurance, I put out a GoFundMe. And that shit hurts my feelings, man. Cause some of the motherfuckers that I expected to help me, not even, I'm not talking you gotta send me $100 or, you know, something, just something. Instead of, oh, damn, I hate to hear that. Damn, that's fucked up. Like, if not for me, do it for Stasia, you know? And then all the empty promises people have given me, like, oh, we got you, girl. I'm gonna send you this. I'm gonna send you that. We gonna send you some clothes. We gonna send Stasia some. And then don't hear from them ever again. That shit hurts my feelings, man. I don't know, y'all. I'm gonna have a GoFundMe link down below if y'all care enough. But yeah. And it was so crazy because January 1st, like, I had every plan to be consistent this year. Every plan to start posting reels and TikToks and just really take, you know, the social media career seriously. I don't know, y'all. I gotta get my mental right. Seriously. But yeah, y'all, like I said, I'll have my GoFundMe link down below. If y'all care enough to, you know, help a sister out. And yeah, I'm mad that this is a sad video, but I just wanted to let y'all know what was going on. I feel some tears coming, so I will talk to y'all later. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Heavy on the subscribe. Love y'all.